This is my Unit 6 assignment video for my capstone project. Um, this is about auditing concerning white-collar crimes. This is by me. My name is Kenneth James McClanahan. My instructor is Teresa Provolone. And I'm doing this for Herzing University. I would like to discuss several things about auditing and the crimes that are caused by people that take it upon themselves to steal very important financial information. This is my summary. My proposal in this research paper I am preparing that is the that this is a very important to people to know that there are people out there that would do anything to get other people's finance information to their own means. The goal of this research paper is to inform people of what auditing presents to them and how it prevents white-collar crimes. My thesis statement is, I believe that auditing helps our government look for those people out there that think they can get away with committing financial fraud and other criminal activities involving white-collar crimes. This slide represents auditing research and findings. When dealing with accounting practices, you have to rely on keeping up to date with data so that it will safeguard on an organization's assets and keep the organization from committing frauds. Auditing firms, research and findings. Are preventing any fraudulent business or organization must prevent any mishandling of financial information that could be used to commit fraud. It is the responsibility of the company to disclose any financial information. It's not the auditor's responsibility, it's the company's responsibility. Depending on if it's an external audit or it's an internal audit. There's a difference between the two, and I'll be discussing that further. Corporate fraud, research and findings. Corporate fraud is an act or scheme to manipulate and falsify financial information that can be used to collect finances from individuals or companies. When a company commits corporate fraud, it has to deal with heavy penalties, and they are pretty much fined a lot of money. Some companies, they feel like, well, we'll just give this money to them, and that'll be the end of it. But once this information is out there, they'll lose a lot more money than they put out trying to do this. Government audits, research and findings. The importance of a government audit is to report the findings of financial information pertaining to government frauds that have been received by independent contractors, nonprofit businesses, and non-government businesses. This pertains to like independent, like any independent contractor, like any contractor that has no affiliation with the government, but are doing like jobs for those governments, and they have to keep a financial record of anything that they get. If they get any money from the government, they have to keep a record of it. And that's for any other nonprofit business or any other non-government business. This is an audit report, research and finding. There are 4 different types of audit reports. One is an unqualified opinion. The second one is a qualified opinion. The third one is an adverse opinion. And the fourth one is a disclaimer of opinion. This is external auditing, research, and findings. A requirement of the law to conduct an independent exam of financial documents that are prepared by an auditing firm or outside source. This has to do with external audits. This is pretty much a really good explanation of what an external audit is. And there's also, besides external auditing, there's internal auditing. And I'll tell you the difference of that. As I said earlier, the difference between an internal audit and an external audit is that an internal auditor works for an organization or business, and an external auditor is appointed by shareholders of a corporation and also report their findings to them. Auditing committee and research findings. The role of an audit committee is to overlook the process of financial reporting and comply with laws and regulations. If it is important that an audit committee comply with the laws and regulations of the government and report their findings. If there's any criminal activity, they make sure that the auditor that is presenting them with this information has a accurate and efficient report. The audit committee they are also responsible to review of an audit that has been reported by an external auditor. They are also responsible for appointing, compensating, and overlooking of an auditor's work. As I said earlier, that they have to review the report of what an auditor finds, the findings of a report. Okay, this is a summary of possible outcomes. The reason that this research was performed was so that the reader could get a broad view of what is expected when an auditor confirms to the laws and regulations of financial reporting. In my research, I have found that the white collar crimes that existed are now few in number because of the Enron scandal, but these are there are still other white collar crimes out there. Given the research performed, I explain how the auditing process works, and here answered questions in my research as well. Though my explanations through my explanations, I have yielded results in my findings to how and why auditing is needed. The only suggestions that I have is that if there is just a need for one auditor in a larger organization or corporation, there should be a group that is doing the auditing, not just the individual auditor. Even if they partner up with another organization, it could save time. Thank you for watching.